I gotta excuse my lozenge. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's getting, I ain't gonna say it's getting hard to find these What the Fuck Wednesday videos, but something interesting. Try to change it up, keep it different. You know what I mean? We started with Meat Canyon and we've been all over the place. But this shit here is something I like. I like it. Put your tin hats on, man. Welcome back. Damn! Motherfucker! Hey, we'll J back there with something to react to. Did these eerie videos catch a glimpse of another reality? We're gonna see. Now I do be browsing. I do peruse the comments before these videos because I need some inclination of what I'm getting into. Like I try not to spoil it though. You know what I mean? But it's interesting. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. And there better be proof in the pudding. Like I hate watching these videos and then it just be like clickbaity shit. You don't really see nothing. I want to see something. Let's go.
Unexplained and mysterious things in life are not that common, but they sometimes happen, and when they do, we scratch our heads and ask ourselves exactly what it is that's going on.
You see the circle in the middle?
Dude, what is that?
Do you see the circle?
Sometimes it's hard to forget. This is when we start searching and searching for answers. And it's, well, sometimes hard to find these answers.
No.
Did you guys see that?
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
What the f is that, man?
And one place that we will commonly look for answers is nowadays the internet.
Was that the Aurora Borealis? Was that?
However, your search is not complete if you're not aware of the mysterious and unexplained case of Stella Lansing.
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar.
Lansing is a pioneer in the paranormal, the supernatural, UFOs, and many other subjects.
Okay.
And started her journey into the unknown way before any of the movies on these subjects were ever released. And right
I'm
now,
excited.
we're going to be diving into Stella Lansing's mysterious stories, videos, and pictures. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm James
yes.
and you're watching the Impossible channel. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe with notifications, and let's go.
Let's get it, Joe. Some freaky shit.
If you've ever dived into the unexplained, you've probably encountered mysterious and strange stories of people who claim
that shit, bro.
You've probably encountered
Yeah, I've seen this before. That's fucked.
Mysterious and strange stories of people who claim to have seen, witnessed, and lived through things that to this day have little to no explanation at all. Setting things on fire, curing people, amongst other things, was, for instance, many of the abilities that John Chang had.
Like you can touch me.
Fire,
it's nothing,
literally.
okay? It's my burn.
And Lawrence Blair and a team of researchers, doctors, amongst others, studied these things for a while.
M and M's Adventure? Okay.
A documentary was made on this man, and after this documentary aired on television, he disappeared. No one knows for sure exactly what happened, and how this man was able to do all these things. But John Chang wasn't the only one, and after several studies, researchers started to believe that maybe there is some sort of dimension, an invisible world, where things take place.
Yo, I love shit like this. Like, you just never know, bro. The whole, like, we use, not even 10% of our brain or some shit. Like, just imagine. I mean, shit, but a ball of energy. What in the hell?
Прикольно. Напротив Егора это все находится.
See, these are good. Like, anything can be fake. Anything.
Тупо в поле.
But why would you fake that? What is that? What are you faking if you fake that? What the fuck is that?
And maybe some people are for some reason able to tap into this invisible world, and Stella Lansing was one of them. It all started in 1961
Stella
when
Lansing.
Stella Lansing, a resident of Northampton in Massachusetts, noticed a luminous object resembling an orb above her house. To Stella, it seemed
That
like
shit
the
moving.
object was watching her. This is when the object approached her house, flew right above her, and disappeared. To Stella, it was all very much baffling, and at the time, she would keep this bizarre experience to herself. However, this was just the beginning of what
So you kind of got to keep shit like that to yourself because most motherfuckers will look at you like you're crazy. Unless you got documentation. But how many people get documentation? Like you're not usually prepared for random occurrences and miraculous shit to happen. You know what I mean?
would come to be a lifetime
And
of
I feel like if there was something like that, it would be like, and it didn't want to be seen, it would maneuver in a way to where you would see it without being able to get proof. You get what I'm saying?
strange events, from UFOs, aliens, and the sinister man in black. Several years later, in 1964, Stella would see the same object again, this time following her car as she drove along. As it did, she would claim that she had then noticed a large black sedan also following her, and that the orb seemed to be moving in unison with it. Stella had this intense feeling that maybe the car and the orb were somehow connected. This
Listen
is when
to me.
the
If I ever see something that big like that in the sky, you already know. I'm dutying. It's instant duty.
car pulled over to the side and the orb disappeared in the horizon. Over the next couple of years, Stella and her family would see these orbs of light more frequently, and she had a distinct feeling that it was keeping an eye on her. So
But
far,
why?
creepy and unsettling, isn't it? But it's
Little bit.
about to get way creepier. And just so you have an idea, in Peru, a group of friends were driving at a highway at night when they spotted strange light in the horizon. To this day, no one knows exactly what it is that was going on here.
Bro, I
Check
wanna-
this out.
Nothing.
Bro, that look like the world is on fire. I want to experience something like this, man. Like I've had like situations, but nothing's so blatant. Like this is fucking. You driving into hell, bro. I'm going the other way. Nah.
Una luz. Loco.
That background noise is fucking annoying.
If you observe, the bright yellow light seems to be shining from above the clouds. Now this event
it?
isn't the only one of its type, and there are several videos and reports of people who have seen something similar. And as you can imagine, it left the two friends as baffled as one can get.
That would bug me the fuck
What
out.
is that? Kijk, daar.
In the Netherlands, Enoch Generations also captured what appears to
Look
be
at
strange
that
lights
shit.
hovering just above
Whoa.
the clouds.
What is it?
Is it some sort of natural phenomena, or is it something else? These and many more sightings leaves us scratching our heads and questioning if there is indeed
Like it's the way it's lined up is what's questionable. Like that could be anything. I don't want to say like a gap in the clouds, but that just sounds like some bullshit. I don't know, bro.
indeed something out there.
G, look up, look up, look up, look up, bro, in the sky. No, look up, bro. Holy sh**.
Yo,
Oh,
that little blinky blink, almost like a plane wing. That light in the back looked like the tail, but I don't know what these other lights would be. And when he zoomed in, like it was way more lights on that bitch. Hold on. Yeah, that's a lot of lights. That's a lot of lights. Could be anything still. Still could be anything.
Well, the thing is, Stella Lansing was just about to find out. On a Halloween night in 1966,
Oh, I
Stella
love
had
this.
her car parked at a lakeside not far from her home, just out there enjoying a moment of peace and quiet. And as she looked out over to the lake, she saw what appeared to be a humanoid figure emerging from the lake, wearing what she says was a black skull cap.
She got video of everything? Oh, what is that?
At Vespa Lake in Albania, in a recent video, a person was able to capture on camera what appears to be a bizarre creature emerging from the water. However, in this case, it does not appear to be a humanoid creature. It seems like something else. It could also be a prank, who knows. But in Texas, a couple of friends were fishing when they...
It looked really stiff. Like if that was an appendage. I don't know. I don't know. Loch Ness Monster vibes almost.
spotted this.
What is that?
Okay, so it's something, a dog or what?
And what is that?
Oh, la verga!
Oh, what a verga. Oh shit. Yo, what the fuck?
Oh.
That look like a person.
Okay, so it's something, a dog or what?
Yeah, that's a goddamn person crawling around on the floor.
Oh, la verga!
Like a jackass. Then it got down and crawled away fast as shit though. Oh
At
my
first,
god.
what appears to be a large dog can be seen just across the river. Then all of a sudden, it stands up, just like a human would.
Bro,
the
steady 'em.
fishermen are left baffled. The thing is, where do these creatures come from? Do
Man,
they
that
come
was a-
from another
that
dimension,
was a person,
another
bro.
place, underground maybe, or another world? Who knows? The thing is, Stella Lansing was left baffled and horrified by what she had seen that night. But it didn't stop there. Stella
On the ground. Listen. The best invasion movies are the ones, or the ones that make the most sense are the ones where like it was something underground, it broke through. Like Tomorrow War, what's that shit? Silence with those like bat fucking things. You don't know what's buried, bro. Just like we don't know what's deep in the depths of the ocean. Could be anything. It could be alien to us. But what if he's just some old being, some old species, bro?
Stella ran back to her car
Like it's super
as
likely.
fast as she could. She then turned on her car with her bright lights. This is when multiple orbs of light, the size of basketball, shoot up from behind the trees and fly slowly above the lake water. Apparently, a few of her neighbors also saw the spectacle of strange lights.
The fuck, nigga? That's wild.
Honey, check this out. Check this out. Come here, Vito. Look, Vito, look. You see?
Yeah.
Is it incredible? It's so awesome.
What is it? They talking like they've seen this shit before. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be excited, but for sure a little scared. Like, yeah, for sure a little shook, but I'd be excited.
Shocked by everything that was going on, Stella did what anyone would do, and she tried to tell her neighbors, her family and friends, but none of them believed in her. So Stella bought a camera to photograph
like I said
these
earlier.
events, but she wasn't very much happy with the result, so she invested in an 8mm to videotape it, in hopes of maybe having some evidence to show to people around
Let's
her,
go, Stella, 'cause
so
everything
they didn't
happened to
think
you.
that she was going crazy. And you know what? This is exactly when things take a turn, and Stella was actually able to capture some evidence of what she was seeing, hearing, and, well, going through. It seems like Stella
What?
wasn't crazy after all. And this is what happens next.
Yo.
It was on the night of February 18th.
Oh, I'm shook. Yo, I'm shook, bro.
1967, that Stella stopped her car on Route 32 near the intersection of Warren and Flint Street. She got out of her car to get a better look at what she was seeing. A couple of bright lights hovering
Excuse me.
over the horizon. She then noticed that another passenger car had also stopped to the side of the road to take a look at it. She looked at the man, he looked back at her like, "Are you seeing this?" Stella then fetched her 8mm camera and started recording everything. This is when the strange lights
That
start
orb
doing
was
some sort of
crazy.
show, and one of them starts bouncing like a rubber ball. At one point, it seems other people were also joining them to take a look at this mysterious event. Shortly after, most of the lights disappeared. However, one bluish light came closer and closer to Stella
Wait.
and one of her friends that was just next.
Which one was bouncing up and down? I didn't see that.
She looked at the man, he looked back at her like,
I wanna see
"Are you
that."
seeing this?" Stella then fetched her 8mm camera and one of them starts bouncing like a rubber ball. At one point, it seems other people were also joining them to take a look at this mysterious event. Shortly after,
like more
most of
lights
the lights
popping up, too.
disappeared. However, one bluish light
I didn't see
came
it.
closer and closer to Stella and one of her friends that was just next to her. They were horrified. However, Stella kept pointing her camera and capturing everything. The light then stopped about 150 feet away from them and vanished. This is when a bright burst of white light blinded most of the people that were there for a couple of seconds, and Stella's camera kept rolling. This is a picture of where it all happened. Notice the object in the picture. No one noticed it. However, Stella's camera was able to capture it. Not only that, during the bright white flash of
I'm
light,
immersed.
Stella's camera was able to capture what she calls the occupants. 4 men simply appear out of nowhere on her film when this bright flash happened.
Yeah.
And to this day, no one knows exactly how to explain this.
This is the most convincing shit I've ever watched in my life. That orb. Can you imagine just having this fucking orb following you in your house, just hovering and shit? What is that? You ever seen Solar Babies? That's what it reminds me of.
And also, no one knows who these men are. But it doesn't stop there. Stella was able to capture a strange object during this
Travelers.
bright white flash of light.
All these multicolored lights were flashing, and that's when I got this object that looks like arms sticking out.
And later on, researchers took her film to studios to get it analyzed. This is what happened.
8mm motion pictures are so small, frame by frame, that it's virtually impossible to fake them without a sophisticated laboratory and animators. You'd have to run a Walt Disney studio to do it. A person like Stella Lansing could not do it.
Stella wasn't tampering with her videos, so what the heck was going on?
Can y'all
For instance,
prove?
on one occasion,
Can we prove that though? I believe this lady though. For now.
Stella was filming herself when she was able to capture a metallic object that wasn't there. You can see it in one frame, but it's not there in other frames. So what is this? Is this some sort of implant that's not visible to the naked eye? So as you can imagine, many questions started to arise. Was she able to see through another dimension with her camera, or was something else going on? This is when Stella...
I'm about to give me some 8mm shit and get busy. Maybe that's the lens that can fucking capture shit.
Stella did what anyone would do. She went into contact with a psychiatrist and paranormal researcher by the name of Eric Schwartz. Now, this man was certified in psychiatry by the American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology. He was also a diplomat and a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. He was lots of things. He was a very respected man, and she
Got a big ass
contacted
forehead,
him in
homie.
hopes of clarifying exactly what it is that was going on. Now, Schwartz, being a doctor, subjected Stella to a battery of physical and neurological exams. He found out that she wasn't crazy. There was no problem with her. However, he believed that she was suffering from all of these events because it was taking a toll on her. This is when Schwartz started to investigate into Stella's films, and what he found was baffling.
When I first met Stella, I became more and more curious because
This
here
is
is a
crazy.
human being that gets these things, the kind of things you read about in the paper, but is seldom documented as one would prefer.
C'est quoi ce truc? C'est quoi ce truc? Maman, viens voir. Ben regarde là-haut.
Oh yeah, I'm running. That look hot. That look hot and sharp.
C'est quoi ce truc?
Out of here.
Mais ça bouge. Oh.
Yeah.
As one went over the notes that she had laboriously collected through the years, she'd write on the...
That could be anything too, but back then, nah, maybe not. But see, there's always this theory to me like, what if we have this crazy technology, right? And what if there's a situation, a family member, an employee, something happens to where a random civilian just gets a piece of it just to fuck with the world. Just cause, like, for whatever reasons, however it happens. You know what I mean? Because that's a big, glowy, remote control drone that's not shaped like a drone. But at the same time, it don't like it's built to fucking fly remotely. Did that make sense? Am I making, I'm not, okay. That's
film boxes. She'd write on scraps of paper. She'd collect clippings. And
That's
you put it all together, the story seems to hang together. Questions and questions and questions. But then it becomes fascinating, a real mystery of the first order.
One of the most unexplained things that Stella was able to capture on camera was sound. Keep in mind, an 8mm camera does not record any sound, but she was able to capture what appears to be a conversation during one of her UFO sightings. This is the video. Creepy, isn't it? This is the same sound slowed down 50%.
What?
Now, this is the same sound at 25% speed. And last but not least, this is the same sound reversed. There were also bizarre films that Stella captured of images that were coined the clock series, a clock-like formation that formed in certain objects like church and airplanes. And if you actually observe, this clock formation goes beyond the frames of the film. Again, no one knew exactly how to explain, and when zoomed in, these clock formations showed what appears to be disc-shaped objects. What happened to Stella is creepy as it can get. Truth is, she took several hundred pictures and videos of strange things that no one could explain.
Where are they at?
Theories ranging from maybe another dimension to possibly imprinting her imagination into the films were discussed, but no conclusion was ever reached.
Wait, what is that?
Yo, stay right there, Jerry. I'm gonna go closer, bro. Oh, there's a green one too. What the hell?
Yo, what is that shit?
What the f is this?
In your opinion,
Yo, I'm
what
running from
really
that too.
happened to Stella? Was she able to tap
Those are what the fuck they call them? The fucking shits that bring you up. The things they abduct you with. That's what that seemed like.
into
Nah.
another dimension, or was she contacted by maybe some other beings? Have you ever seen anything like this, or do you know anyone with a similar story?
What the
Being
hell?
anything like contacted by maybe some other beings? Have you ever seen anything like this, or do you know anyone with
What the
a
fuck is
similar
going on
story?
here?
Don't be shy. Leave your opinion in the comment section below. And also, if you want to email me strange stories, videos, pictures, thatimpossiblechannel@gmail.com. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy this video, subscribe with notifications.
All I got to say is, and I'm definitely subscribing, my G. That shit was the most genuine-ish shit I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how you fake any of that in that time frame. Now I know you can fake the quality of the video, say it was filmed in this time, but even with like the little square light, the ball of light, you could tell all that shit was behind. It was actually behind things. It wasn't like something just placed in the fucking sky. You can tell it was there. So it had to be faked physically. That was wild. Stella Lansing. I gotta look at her. I need to know more. That shit got me. I was immersed. Listen, that was phenomenal. I'm out of this bitch though. Hit the like and the sub and the bell. I gotta find more of these. Peace. Love. Strength. I'm gone.